Well, all right, you'll have to pick it up. Mr. Troutman is a one-time civil grand juror. Take a look at the letter from the presiding judge of the San Francisco Superior Court. I just found out about this bill last Friday.
2009 Napa County grand juries. I'm also involved in the training of 800 grand jurors throughout the state, out of approximately 1,000 that are trained by the California Grand Jurors Association. I'm also the chair of our Legislative Affairs Committee, which keeps an eye on you guys. But let me just pick it up there. With respect to the first part of this bill, it's not necessary. Section 933.05 already requires that a grand jury meet with the subject of the investigation regarding the investigation unless the court determines that that would be detrimental. So the way the grand juries interpret that is if you're investigating a department, you have to meet with the department head. Now there's no time limit on it, like Mr. Dickinson puts in his bill, but there is a provision that provides for that very thing to happen. Ultimately, you're going to make it very difficult for the grand jury to be effective. And it's not what the Constitution contemplated when it made grand juries a part of the Constitution. But these are not my words. These are the California Supreme Court words. And they say, it hardly can be disputed that the encouragement of candid testimony and protection of witnesses and their reputation are best achieved when secrecy is maintained. And then they point out two things. One is whether or not a watchdog grand jury actually undertakes the weighing of indictments. Secrecy provides the proper environment, the proper atmosphere in which to generate uninhibited testimony from county employees who might otherwise be intimidated by political or employment considerations.
Thank you for your testimony. I'm going to have to ask you to conclude that point. It's been well over the time.
They also say that secrecy serves to protect the witness's reputation.
Thank you. Others in opposition?
Mr. Chairman, members, Corey Selzilla on behalf of the California District Attorneys Association for the reasons previously stated in opposition to the bill.
Thank you. Others in opposition to Mr. Dickinson's measure? Please.
Former grand juror, retired professor of social welfare and public policy, strongly in opposition to this bill. Thank you.
Jerry Jaggers, former grand juror and represents District 10 in Sacramento County. I'm strongly opposed to this. I think it will literally gut grand jury system. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, Joe Maloney. I'm the president of the Sacramento County Grand Jury Association, and we strongly oppose this measure.
Thank you.
Joseph Perrin, member of the Sacramento County Grand Jury.
Respond, and I take it to be in your close at this juncture, to a key thrust of the opposition's arguments, which is that this will chill whistleblowers from effectively participating in the process of holding governments accountable.
Thank you.
And please, why don't you close, including but not limited to that point.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Let me just say that this will not impede or chill grand jury investigations. Please keep in mind that all the proceedings of the grand jury, other than those limited to testimony under oath, would remain private and secret. So investigations, as Senator Kopp referred to, would be carried out in private. Interviews of witnesses not under oath would be carried out in private. The deliberations of grand jurors would be in private. It is only when a witness would be sworn under oath, penalty of perjury, that the proceeding would be open. And for good cause, even the grand jury could ask the presiding judge, the supervising judge of the grand jury, to close that. The notion that whistleblowers or others would be deterred from going to the grand jury, I think, is misplaced. First of all, if you are a whistleblower, the practical reality of it is your identity is known to the agency that you are reporting. That fact is the public does have a right to know, and we presume it. I'm not surprised by those who oppose this, because those who operate in secret traditionally do not want their proceedings exposed to public light. But the real thrust, the real concern here is whether members of the public will be deterred from going to a civil grand jury. And I would argue to you that will not happen, because they still will have a stake in reporting those things that they think are misdeeds or inappropriate, and they can be protected by the secrecy that will remain for the grand jury, notwithstanding the provisions of the bill. I'd ask for an aye vote.
Thank you very much, Mr. Dickinson. Call the roll, please.
Peer?
Aye.
Peer, aye. Wagner? Wagner, no. Atkins? Atkins, aye. Dickinson?
Aye.
Dickinson, aye. Silva? Huber? Huffman? Huffman, aye. Jones? Monning? Monning, aye. Wykowski?
Aye.
Wykowski, aye.
That bill has 6 votes and is out.
Thank you.
Mr. Monning.